All right, ready for a wild one. We're diving into the world of Shiva. Yeah, the destroyer god. But get this, what if destruction isn't always a bad thing? That's what we're going to unpack today, using this book, Shiva's Inner Struggle. And let me tell you, it's got some seriously mind-blowing stuff in it. I mean, we've all seen the pictures, right? Shiva, looking fierce, trident ready to go.
Oh yeah, classic image.
Right. But this book, it throws us a curveball right from the start. It paints this picture of Shiva existing even before creation, like he's just always been there, this being of pure power. But he's also still, and this is where it gets interesting, he's not exactly chomping at the bit to destroy stuff.
Yeah.
No. The book describes it more like he just understands it, like he can feel the universe needing it, like this deep yearning for balance. Yeah, and that only he can provide that balance. Can you imagine carrying the weight of the entire universe on your shoulders, knowing that sometimes to make way for new life, you have to dismantle the old?
That's heavy.
It is. That's Shiva's burden, though. It's a pretty intense concept.
It is. And, it actually reminds me of something we all grapple with. Think about it.
Yeah.
Haven't there been times in your own life where you felt that pull, that tension between clinging to what's familiar, what's comfortable, and embracing something new?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like Shiva's story is that same struggle, but on this grand cosmic scale. And maybe nowhere is that more evident than in the Tandava, his cosmic dance. We often think of it as just this destructive force.
Right, smashing stuff up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's this rhythmic force that shapes everything, that guides the universe.
So, okay, we've got creation going on, this brand new, vibrant universe bursting with life, right?
Beautiful chaos.
Yes. And this second excerpt we're looking at, it really dives into that. Things are getting a little out of hand. Even the other gods are like, whoa, this is a lot. And I love how the book contrasts the energy of this new universe with Shiva, who's still this picture of stillness. You get the sense that everything's amazing, but also really, really fragile.
Oh, I see it. Like a newborn baby.
Exactly. Full of possibility, but needing some serious guidance to thrive. And that's where Shiva comes in.
Right, because someone's got to wrangle that chaos.
Yeah. And it's not a role he takes lightly.
And the book really emphasizes that, you know, like it even talks about how the other gods had to go to Shiva for help. They needed him to step in to battle these forces of chaos that were threatening to unravel everything.
Seriously intense stuff. So if you were Shiva, right, and you saw what was happening, felt that responsibility bearing down on you, would you even hesitate? Or would you just be like, nope, not my problem?
It makes you wonder, right? That kind of pressure, that kind of responsibility, even for a god, that's got to be a lot to handle.
I can't even imagine. But you're right. The book really drives home that feeling of weight, Like, this isn't something Shiva takes lightly.
Not at all. It's a struggle for him, too. And that's where Parvati comes in.
His consort. Okay, yeah, this excerpt really highlights her role. She's not just there to be, like, the supportive wife.
Right.
She's this incredible source of wisdom and guidance for Shiva. And you really see it in this part where she tells him, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she basically says, destruction isn't the opposite of creation. It's more like deforest. It's partner in the grand dance of existence.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, with those words, something clicks for Shiva. He needed that. To remember that this burden he carries, it's not about giving into some kind of destructive urge. It's about maintaining balance, cosmic balance.
It's a really beautiful way of putting it. And essential, because it would be so easy for him to fall into that trap, to let the weight of it all make him think, well, I'm the destroyer. That's just what I do.
Oh, absolutely.
But Parvati helps him see beyond that, to see the interconnectedness of it all. It's not about destruction for its own sake. It's about recognizing its necessity, its place in the grand scheme of things.
And it's only with that understanding, that acceptance of his role, that Shiva finally agrees to confront those forces of chaos.
Setting the stage for, one of those iconic events in Hindu mythology.
Exactly. Okay, so we left off with Shiva accepting his responsibility, right? He's getting ready to confront those chaotic forces. And let me tell you, this book does not hold back.
Oh, no.
No. It paints this incredibly vivid picture. Close your eyes for a second and just imagine a cosmic battlefield, right? But it's not just some empty void. It's pulsating with this raw, untamed energy. It's like the very fabric of existence is starting to fray.
Yeah, I can picture it. Intense.
Right. And amidst all of that, there's Shiva, but he's not caught up in the frenzy. He's moving with this grace, like the eye of the storm.
That's a great way to put it.
And get this, he's holding the damaru in one hand, the drum.
The drum that beats out the rhythm of creation.
Yes. And in the other hand, he's got the trishul.
His trident.
Yeah.
A symbol of destruction. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. Creation and destruction held in perfect balance. I mean, it's such a powerful image, right?
It's more than just an image, though. It's a statement. Like those instruments, they represent the very essence of who Shiva is. He's not just this force of destruction. He's a force of transformation, always shifting between creation and destruction.
Constantly in motion.
Yes. And the book describes it so beautifully. It says, with every beat of the damaru, new stars ignited, and with every thrust of the trishul, old worlds crumbled, making way for the new.
I got chills.
Right. It's that constant back and forth, that breathtaking cycle that really captures the essence of Shiva's dance.
It's like this cosmic orchestra, and he's the conductor.
I love that. A symphony of creation and destruction.
Right. Terrifying and beautiful, all at the same time. But I have to ask, even knowing that he's doing what needs to be done, facing down a horde of raging demons, that can't be easy, right?
No way.
And the book really conveys that. Like, it describes these demons, these embodiments of pure chaos, like this relentless force. They're throwing themselves at Shiva, trying to overpower him, to consume him in their frenzy.
And how does he respond?
That's the thing. Even with all of that going on, Shiva doesn't lose his cool. He doesn't meet chaos with chaos. He doesn't lash out. His dance, that Tandava, it just gets stronger, more focused.
It's that stillness in the storm we were talking about, right?
Yes. And the excerpt makes it clear. That's what ultimately allows him to restore order. Not just brute force, but a deep, unwavering understanding of the universal forces at play.
It's a powerful message.
It really is. And here's the thing. It's not just a one-time thing, right? The Tandava doesn't just stop once the immediate threat is gone.
He has to keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Shiva's role, it's not just about fixing problems as they pop up. It's about maintaining that balance, that delicate, never-ending dance of creation and destruction that keeps the universe spinning.
So that creation can continue to flourish.
Precisely. It's interesting, isn't it? It's so easy to just think about destruction as, well, the end. But this last excerpt, it really flipped the script for me.
How so?
Well, it talks about how whenever Shiva destroys something, it's not just gone, It's like it makes space for something completely new to come about, something even more incredible than what was there before.
I see it.
Yeah, it's like, imagine a cosmic gardener, right? But instead of plants, he's tending to the universe. And sometimes you have to prune back the overgrowth to let new life flourish.
That's a great analogy. And I think this excerpt actually says something similar. There's a line in here that really stuck with me. It says, Shiva's dance wasn't just a battle. It was a rebirth, a reshaping of reality itself.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think that's something we can all relate to, even on a personal level, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Think about those times in your life where you had to let something go. Maybe it was a relationship, a job, even just an old way of thinking.
Ooh, yeah.
It's painful in the moment, right? Like you're losing a part of yourself. But often, it's in those moments of letting go that we create the space for something new to come in, something even better, even more fulfilling.
It's that whole idea that destruction and creation aren't opposites. They're more like two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. They're inseparable.
And, it makes you think, what kind of love must be driving Shiva? To have that kind of responsibility on his shoulders, to see the necessity of destruction on such a grand scale.
Right.
That takes a profound love for the universe, I think.
I think you're right. And the excerpt actually touches on that. It says, there's no joy in Shiva's destruction, only a deep understanding of its necessity.
A sort of cosmic compassion.
Exactly. It reminds us that even the most powerful forces in the universe, they're still driven by something beyond our limited human comprehension.
This whole deep dive has been amazing. I mean, it really makes you realize that Shiva, he's so much more than just the destroyer,
Oh, for sure. He's a force of nature.
He is. He's this cosmic dancer, a force of transformation, a being of immense love and compassion. It's pretty awe-inspiring when you think about it.
It really is.
So I guess next time we see Shiva, whether it's in art or stories or even just our own thoughts, it's worth remembering that dance he does, it's not just about destruction. It's about the eternal cycle, the constant flow of creation and renewal. It's about letting go and making space for something new. And if you're ready to explore this even further, definitely check out Shiva's Inner Struggle. It's an incredible read.
Absolutely. I highly recommend it.
Until next time, folks, keep asking those big questions.